Hello, everyone. This is your coach, Geeta Dubey, and I'm back again. And today in the secret series, we'll be talking about what is the most important thing you could do in sales and what are strategies you could apply to uh, get to your prospect in much quicker way. And these are very important steps, I would say. Why? Because these are the things, if you are able to do on the consistent basis, you will get to see the results. There is no way that you won't be able to see results if you're doing it on consistent basis or on the monthly basis. So without waiting for long, let's get started. So the first one. So what is it? So there are 5 important sales secrets and or slash strategies you must know. So let's begin with number 1. So what is number 1? Know everything about your product. So let's say you are creating a product or you are in collaboration with your partner, or you are thinking how I should really basically make this product, or whether it will be successful or not. So from the scratch, from the point 1 of your product which you have created, you should know everything about your product. It's okay, there could be mistakes, so don't get me wrong. So there might be some mistakes over there, but you don't have to feel that you should not know anything about your product or the service you're providing. A lot of people make this mistake, and I think a lot of sales gurus, if I can say like that, they say, no, that's okay, just make a blueprint, little bit about it, and just go out and start selling it. So what happens if you're in the field, when you're really, really in the market, and you don't know so many things about your products? So that puts you in a different light, because your prospect would think that you are not thorough for what you're doing. So make sure you really literally understand your product to its complete depth. Number 2, understand products pain point. Understand prospects pain point. Now this is a very important exercise in itself. So you must know what are the triggering points, and those are the pain points, right, in your prospects, and why they're facing this issue for so long. There could be so many questions made around that area. What has been going on with them? Have they tried something about those pain points? What are the failures they faced? Were there any successes while they were trying to overcome those pain points? So there's so much to know about prospects, kind of a peace of mind, where he or she would tell you what are the real pain points and what they were doing about it. So you must ask, you must do the detailed search on it. Number 3, know your customer in advance. Now I've seen so many people, they'll just pick up the phone and they start talking. They just look at their name and the phone number and they say, oh, I'm good to go, so I can talk to them now. No, that's not correct way. So what I usually say, that a day earlier, try to find out about your prospect or the customer in advance. First their prospect, now if they're going to be customer, just go through their profiles, especially social media profiles. And why I say that, because you'll get to know where they are currently doing, how they are basically whatever they're looking forward to, let's say in the business. What are do they have teams, or how they interact with the people? So you can get so much of information from there. And one of the topmost social media profile I would encourage you to go, and if they're on LinkedIn, you can get so much from LinkedIn. You can check their profile, you can check how they're doing. Are they active on LinkedIn or not, what's been going on. So all about it, right? So you must make some notes before you do that. You must usually keep something and make some notes when you are doing that before you even start into your strategy call. So now you are trying to move them from being prospect to the customer point. Okay. Number 4 is so important. So when we discuss about it, and they always ask me these questions, when do I follow up? So usually I'll say first follow up is usually after 15 days, because sometimes people are in such circumstances that they are not able to probably buy your product or invest into your product. But after 15 days, they might have slight chances to buy your product or invest into it. But also, now this is very interesting, even also after a month or after 3 months. So usually, sometimes they feel they're not ready for it, or any reason for that matter. You can always follow up with them after a month or after 3 months. So you can always do that. You don't have to hold yourself back on that. So it's like you see them as people, and you could have been in their shoes when you were trying to invest on something. So sometimes they're ready, sometimes they're probably mentally ready, but not financially. Sometimes they're financially ready, but not mentally. So you have to work out those combinations and make sure that you keep following up till it gets absolutely not interested file, correct? So the last one, the 5th one, is use rejection as an opportunity. Yes, this is a big one. We feel so bad when we get rejected on daily basis or on weekly basis or monthly basis. It has a great impact on us. And I think this training should be given to all, because when they're getting into sales and marketing, and this usually I talk about a lot in my programs as well, because they don't know how to deal with the rejection. So what I want you to look at from today onwards, see rejection as an opportunity for you to work harder, to work more, to see why that person is rejected. Probably you need to work on your scripts. Probably you need to work on your tonal quality. Probably you need to work on the way you're presenting company or yourself. So you can really work on all those points, or one of them, if that's your biggest weakness or biggest hurdle, not getting any future clients. So we will talk about it, that one. Okay. So let's move on to number 1. So know everything about your product. So I just touched a little based upon in my last slide. So it's important that you understand how your product functions. Know all the functionality and write it down in steps if you're not able to remember it. As a beginner, what you could do, makes points, right? 1, 2, 3. And be ready with them at any point, right? So when you have to explain about your product, you should be ready with them. Like it says, and the specific features that will help to solve any problems of your customers may have. So you need to know the top 3 things always about your product. Let's say if your customer is not getting clients, you should know how to overcome that problem with point number 1. So you should be able to articulate it to your customer, correct? After all, you are the ambassador of your product. Now present yourself as an ambassador. Present yourself as the product itself, as a brand, so get that confidence that this is who you are. If you're a coach, yes, you are a coach. If you're an entrepreneur, you are an entrepreneur. That confidence, speaks for itself. So get that kind of, I would say, some kind of confidence in you when you talk about your product, right? And you are the ambassador. So you are whole and soul of it, right? And when you're presenting your product. Now, if you don't use it, why should anyone buy it from you? It's simple, right? So if you're not kind of passionate about your own products or services, why anybody would buy it from you, right? Why would they spend any time or energy or money even talking about your products or listening to your products, right? So you must probably, I would say, show that kind of confidence along with because the confidence only comes when you have a complete understanding of the product you or services you're offering to your customers, correct? So pay extra attention, because and feel like an ambassador. Give yourself that title. Okay, I own it. This is my product, and I know it's good. If you feel that way and it's going to work for people, it's going to add value to the people, have that confidence in you. So keep that in mind. Understand the prospect's pain point, right? This is an important one where I want you to understand what is those main pain points are when you are presenting your product or when you're presenting your, I would say, services to anybody, correct? And the main aim is to solve their problems, right? Your prospects have a singular interest. They don't care what you do. They don't care what social medias are you on. They don't care how your business is doing. They don't care whether you have a team. They don't care what goes on with your business structure or strategies. Nothing. They are not interested at all. What they know, this is my current problem and this is my desired state. How can I get from my current issues or current state to the desired state? That's it. It's simple. And these are my pain points, and I'm facing it, like, let's say some customers say for 2 years, I'm facing it for 3 months, 4 months. They're facing a problem and they want to get a solution. It's as simple as that. By talking about the magnificence of your product. So you have to talk about your product in such a way that this is the only product in the market which can solve their problem. And like I said, that can only come with the confidence, with a lot of practice. You keep on doing that, and also start working with your scripts if you're not comfortable talking about it. So you can do it so many ways. So you can only get it so far, correct? So you can talk about your product and everything, but how does your product directly benefit your prospect? That's the key. So you can talk about your product, but you have to talk about how it does it for them. For instance, if they are not able to get clients on the consistent basis, so you have to show how. Literally, you have to tell them a method, a proprietary method, or something, a proven method, or which has worked with other clients. So you have to show it all. You have to say it in such a way, okay, these are my, let's say, EPA method and how this will work to get you more clients in for your business. So you'll have to little bit do expansion on EPA and tell them 1, 2, 3. Again, steps are always good. So I'll get you on, let's say on month 1, we'll work on this, on month 2, we'll work on this, and month 3, we'll work on this, and guaranteed results, you would say. So the confidence and the complete explanation of your product is going to get you the real clients who would probably be prospects in the beginning and then convert into your customer. Number 3, know your customer in advance. This is one of the biggest things we do because I think we tend to forget. I know we are all busy. You have your schedule, you're following every day, but what you need to understand that you have to do a little bit of research. You cannot just go talking to or in a meeting or a strategy call or a discovery call, if you're doing all of those, just meeting your customer without knowing anything about them. So they expect also. So the biggest thing that they expect you to know. So remember that they would not want you to come blindly and sitting there and then you're checking, oh yeah, she's on LinkedIn or he's on, oh my God, he does this. So I can talk about this point also, because once the call is over, once the meeting is over, then you cannot make points. So I always encourage everybody before you go into the call and just make it simplified way, like just top 3 points. Let's say they are into marketing business. This is their company. This is their team, or okay, this is what they exactly do. So these are the marketing strategies they're providing to the in the world. So something like that. So you should have a summary of it in front of you while even talking to them, right? In the call or in the meeting. So you exactly know how to get your prospect's mind and to help them out to solve their problems. And they expect you to provide them, correct? So your prospects are looking for answers, right? And they're expecting you that you are the expert in it, so you know everything about them, you know how literally the market works or the business works, the coaching, what is the difference between a personalized coaching, let's say, or for example, or a group coaching. So they're expecting you to explain to them everything. How does retreats work? Anything. So you have to be prepared, and also you have to check uh, all those checkpoints before you get into a meeting with them. So one of the best sales tips is to prepare in advance for all meetings with all the information this I was talking to you about. You may need to give your prospect to turn them into a customer. So you have to give them all the answers they're looking forward to. This includes knowing as much about them and their situation as possible. As the saying goes, show them you know them. So you have to go as much details. So I like to not only do top three, and I like to get my like anything unique about them as well. So sometimes you can go on there, like I said, social media handles, and you can on platforms, and you can see, some points you will see that as you do it there more and more, you'll get a hang of it. So you don't have to worry about it, but keep doing it. But you must do it on like every call. Even if you make mistakes in the beginning, that's all good. So nothing is going to hold against you. But then in the future, just make them, because I don't know how many times have you realized after the meeting, oh my gosh, I was supposed to ask him that. Oh my gosh, I should have told him this or told her that, So, oh, I missed that point. So to avoid all those mistakes, so be prepared before you go into the meeting. So let's move on to the next one, which is always follow up. So if there is something all sales experts agree on, its importance of follow-up stage. See, this is one of the most important stage. Like I was telling you in the first slide, like how I tell my team to do it 15 days, 1 month, and 3 months. You can always make your own personalized judgment on that, how you want to do follow-ups, but it's up to you how you want to do it, because sometimes, like I said, somebody could be mentally prepared but not financially. Your customer could be financially prepared but not mentally. So you have to come in, and then you have to make sure that you show the human or compassion part of you, like you have not forgotten about them, and then you are also asking them again, and it's all good. Nothing is wrong with that, right? So you have to make those basically as you feel comfortable. Like some people like to follow up next day, 2 days after, anything works out for you. So you have to sit down. So you have to make few calls in the beginning or meetings in the beginning and see how your prospects or how your customers are basically replying to your messages. Are they comfortable with it or not? So you have to play around over there. It doesn't matter if you have the best product in the market and your meetings are flawlessly. If you don't reconnect with the prospect afterward, the opportunity of a sale can slip through your fingers. In fact, 80% of the sales require at least 5 follow-ups. So look at that. So I encourage you to start with the 3 follow-ups and then gradually increase them to 5 follow-ups, because as you are new to the business, so each follow-up can have a impact on you in such a way that, oh my gosh, I've been rejected, which I don't want you to have. So start with the 3 and then gradually increase it to 5 follow-ups. All right. So just start with that. So this one is a big one, right? I think this should be trained to all of the people who are into business, entrepreneurs, consultant. So take rejection or use your rejections as an opportunity. A lot of people, when they get rejected, oh my gosh, you should see the moral goes down. They definitely confidence goes way down. Oh, I was not able to close that call. Oh my gosh, I was bad. They start using those words which are not actually appropriate to be used, but they feel that way. So when giving tips for sales, there is no easy way to say this. So let's just get it out of the way. Sales and rejections go hand in hand. So you might have seen some very famous people saying, "Oh, I got rejected 1,000 times. This was my after my 1,000 times." So something like that. So it's okay. It's okay to get rejected. Take it as a with this, smiling face. It's okay. Because if you think too much about it or too hard about it, it's going to put you down and you won't be able to move forward with next meeting or next call or next client, right? So this is the place when you feel stuck. So I want you to get over this. And absolutely, facing a rejection is always difficult. Who says it's easy? No, it is not. But especially when you are just getting started in sales, right? Sometimes competitors will swoop you in and fly away with their lead, right? So you will see somebody, "Oh my gosh, I worked so hard for this person, but look at that guy, he did it." So some people either don't need your product or aren't in a position to spend the money at that time. So see, the same thing. So mentally they are not ready, or financially they are not ready. So I always talk about these things. So whenever somebody is rejecting you, that you don't have to think, probably it's one of those, like, just put yourself in their shoes. So let's say you are the prospect and they are presenting you with that product. So always put yourself in their shoes, and then you will be able to make a right decision. Okay, probably then you categorize those in two things. So I always do that. So I put M, or, which is they're not mentally prepared, or financially, F. So when you know, okay, this person is not M or F, it's okay. They are not ready, or they are not able to invest into this product. That's fine. So the most important line of this whole slides I'm about to say, and please pay extra attention. It is important that you understand that none of it is personal. Okay? So this is the most important statement of the whole slides. So whenever you get rejected, always remember it is not about you. So when I say you write M or F, that will automatically put you in the state of mind where you say, "Oh, it's probably their issue, not mine. So it's probably F or M. I'm fine with it. I'll follow up again after 15 days, 1 month, 3 months, whatever you have worked upon." All right. So remember that. So these are some of the really important things when you are you should keep in mind when you are starting on with the sales, or the strategies you should apply. So because they help you a lot. So I hope today's slides or today's session was helpful to some of you, and you don't feel disheartened, or when next time you come along. So just make those 5 points and keep repeating those again and again. And I can assure you, you will find your some time of results within a month or so, and if you keep all those things in your mind. So thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be coming here and giving you more sessions on something or the other, and which would be hopefully helpful to somebody, and they can also implement it right away in their business. And you all have a good day.